Hello everyone, my name is Jim and this is the Stroke Life channel. I posted a few other ones and I mentioned in one of them I said I try to keep them a little bit shorter and I lied. It ended up being kind of long. Um, so I'm going to try keeping it a little bit shorter and like I said before, it takes a long time for it to download also. Um, but anyway, so last night I was talking with my wife and she was asking, what it feels like um, to have a stroke. It comes up in my life or my household quite a bit. So uh, I decided to title this one is What It Feels Like to Stroke. I could have worded that a little bit different, but I thought it looked funny, so I'm going to keep it. So, uh, what it feels like to stroke, or what it feels like to have a stroke. Uh, some people, from what I hear and what I've talked to, a lot of people have different experience. Uh, a lot of people they start getting sensations or numbness in their arms and their legs or one side of their body. Um, their vision starts to go. They can't. They get kind of confused. And some of those things I experienced. I had some of those symptoms. Uh, but the only way I can explain what I felt was it's almost like if you woke up in the morning or in the middle of the night, whatever, you woke up and you're really tired and you just can't process a thought. You can't function right away. You can't think straight. If somebody asks you a question or uh, you can't get the words out. And then over time, you slowly start to wake up a little bit and you get moving a little bit. Um, for me, though, I didn't wake up. It I stayed in that. I stayed in that sleep state feeling, uh, and then from there I sunk deeper uh, into one. That's the only way I can really explain what it feels like for me. Uh, my everything felt very slow motion. Also, it felt like my actions was very slow and walking very slow, um, and uh, depth perception. Um, Also, it was kind of the same thing for me. Also, everything seemed kind of far away, uh, and like if I was walking towards something, like I couldn't get to it. It just seemed like it was far away, even though it was right there. Um, that's the only way I can really explain the feeling that I had. On top of that, like a lot of other people do, I had tunnel vision. Didn't know what was going on around me. Um, couldn't see what was on either side. Uh, what was happening, side to side. A very tunnel vision. My speech, I couldn't get a thought together to say words. Uh, and even in once I got into the hospital and people were asking me questions, I was still felt like it. I'm in that sleep state. Uh, so that's the only way I could explain what I felt. Um, I seen on Facebook a friend of mine. She posted something. They were, her and a friend were, going back and forth joking, and they said, geez, if that happened to me, wow, I'd have a stroke. And I thought, do people really know what a stroke is? Because I didn't, I didn't know what a stroke was. I didn't know what it felt like to have a stroke. Uh, I didn't know what a stroke was. I knew one person that had one, and it was after the fact, and uh, so I didn't totally know what it was. What it feels like to have a stroke. And for me, every stroke I had, I experienced the same thing. It just the last one was worse than the other two. So that's why I decided from the conversation last night. I decided, I'm gonna put it out there, and um, because it's very interesting. People had different symptoms, and some had the same, some a little bit different. So I wanted to put that one out there. For me, that's what it felt like for me. Um, Also, in these videos, I do get a little lost with my thought process, and from looking at the other previous videos, um, I realize I don't finish sentence a lot, and I go into another thought, but I don't realize it. I think I am saying it, and I don't realize that I'm not. And it wasn't until I went back and looked at it and realized that was happening. Um, but that is part of having a stroke. So that's part of the aftermath. Um, that's what happens with it. So if anybody, I missed anything or don't understand anything, anybody has any questions, if you scroll down to the bottom, I know it's way down there a little bit, there's a comment. If you want to leave a comment, have a question, or like I said before, just put it out there so we can hear from other people and their experiences, maybe what they felt and what went on with their symptoms while having a stroke. Um, my wife, she also to try to find us, she put hashtags on there for me. Awesome wife. She's helped out immensely. And she's really cute too. So she put hashtags on there, and also I put my email before also. It's jimbstrokelife@gmail.com. If you don't want to comment and keep it private, you can email me. Um, so I'll answer those questions also privately on there if people don't feel comfortable uh, leaving a comment. So with that, like I said, I'm going to keep this one short. Any questions? Anybody wants to know anything? I'm just going to keep on. I'm going to keep on posting. Anyway, we're coming up to the weekend, so I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I hope everybody is doing good. We'll see you soon. Take care.